Welcome everybody. That was too mellow. Like I felt like that was too mellow of an intro. Now I'm all like tired. I'm ready to fall asleep and everything.
NPR voice.
It kind of
No,
is.
it's better
Hi,
than what I was
everybody.
about to do. As soon as he snapped out, part of me wanted to be like, "What's up, motherfuckers?" So, like, just busted.
The most inappropriate response to to that type of music ever. I feel like I should try and do an NPR voice, but I'm not really good with it. It's not one of my voices. It's not in my repertoire of terrible voices that I try and do on the show. Why are you looking at me so confused, dude? Are you like, are we live? No. Yes, we are. Welcome to the Paul Antonio Show, episode number 7, something like that, Richie. Yeah, we should have mic'd you up too, Richie. No Felipe this week. He'll be back in 2 weeks. He's not even going to be back next week. He's on a 2-week suspension for snapping at me like a couple episodes back. So Hammy's here.
What's up?
On time, kind of.
What do you mean on?
You were on time because we started late.
Yeah. Okay. There.
So you were on time because we were late or something like that. And then Richie's here. Sorry, I didn't. If people didn't get that from me mentioning you by name or something like that with your Sapporo. Go ahead and talk into the mic real fast.
Sup, guys?
So people could see what you... You know how to talk into the... Why'd you talk so close? That is like your mic. You own that mic and you still messed it up.
No, that one's my mic.
But they're the same concept.
Yeah.
Well, can you talk into the mic when you talk?
Wait. Why is? Oh, because what their faces are going to show up eventually. Okay.
They're supposed to show up, yeah. So we could talk about things that I will announce later on in the show. But joined by two special drop-in guests, non-advertised guests. Jay Lee is here.
Hi.
Once again, too close. Too close.
What are you talking about? I don't have headphones.
That's true.
I can't hear myself.
I'm glad we finally addressed this issue right now. All right.
All right.
And then Bianca's here. Thank you for... I've been trying to get Bianca on the show for a while, so...
Yeah, I
There you
made
go.
it.
I've been the moth right there.
Really?
Wait.
I just met you, and this is the kind of shade that you throw at me? Okay.
Oh, you're not ready for this show because this guy on my left is gonna completely rip it. We've lost interns because of Hammy.
Yeah. Good times.
Wow.
Hammy once told an intern as she was leaving, we weren't even recording. Oh, by the way, you have terrible hair. Just as she's leaving. No.
my-
Yeah, nothing. No, I was like, what? Well, that was so pointless.
I haven't seen her since, and
That's-
I'm okay with
She
that.
has not
That's
been
probably
seen
like
since.
a step below saying how you have really bad eyebrows, because that's a big thing for girls.
Well, no, her
And your eyebrows
were
are
on
terrible.
Point. Her eyebrows were on point.
Okay.
But
Were they though?
nah,
No, I'm sure.
her hair was fine. I was just being an asshole. Like I didn't.
You should have texted her. You should have texted her that the next day. Your hair was totally okay. It's okay.
Your
Come
hair
back
wasn't
to us.
bad, you know. Like, just,
That's just who I am. I have a problem. So what have you been up to, Hammy?
I just got back from Vegas. Good times. Good times.
Booty Lord help you out in Vegas? No?
Sure, why not? I mean, if he wants to think he did, he can.
Wow.
Like,
If he wants to think he did. Well, you have to add to it. Well, okay. Maybe we should avoid that topic because future sponsor of the show. The Booty Lord has helped many of us get laid in many different ways.
yeah, totally. Sure.
1 week changed all of our lives. What was that?
I don't know what that was.
When
The
can I meet Booty Lord?
You know Booty Lord.
Who's Booty Lord?
I can't tell you on air. Richie can tell you, kind of. Richie will show you Booty Lord. Fame Grayson. You know Fame Grayson, don't you, Jay Lee?
Yeah, he does.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, you do. Whatever. And Bianca, you don't know Booty Lord.
I
huh?
have no idea.
When you
who this
realize who it
person
is, don't say the person's name.
Yeah, don't say it out loud.
Don't no, because they're a sponsor now. Okay, Paul Antonio Show is now being sponsored by Fame Grayson's.
No.
Yes, now being sponsored. Cut his mic, Richie. Cut Jay Lee's mic.
I don't think you have to. It looks like he's about to walk out.
No, cut his
anyway.
mic.
I'm done.
All right, the Paul Antonio Show is now being featured in a magazine called Cash Only Magazine, which is a magazine that just launched March 31st. I think that was the big date that we kept promoting and stuff. So that is like our new sponsorship and everything. So we got to thank the Booty Lord. Did you cut his mic? Richie, you had one job. You had one job and you failed. Yeah, thank you to the Booty Lord for sponsoring us and helping us out, even though I don't think he's giving us any money. So I really don't know. I really think it's a pointless sponsorship, kind of. It's almost more for like publicity. We need to help regain our followers because remember we used to be all proud of our numbers and now we're kind of like, let's pretend that episode never happened.
Yeah, well, that's because we've had some bad episodes.
That's true.
Like,
Well,
remember that one time when Booty Lord was here? Like,
the Booty Lord episode. Booty Lord episode wasn't that bad.
yeah, I know.
It wasn't that bad. It was so our worst episode that came from us was that Cold Colors episode because like they totally stole the show and we had no control over like where the show was going at all. and that's also our most listened to episode of all time. So
Wait, I thought Byron's was better.
no, they smashed Byron. In fact, because I told them, I said, hey, you need like 20 more downloads to beat Byron, and then they got like another like 150
Oh god.
or something like that. Like it was something obnoxious, and I don't even know how they did it because you need like a specific like IP address to like qualify as a play. It's not like YouTube where we just refresh the page in order to get our like 5 followers or something.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's our tactic. That's what we do.
If
All
it
right.
works, it works.
we try to do things. All right, Jaylee, what have you been up to? How's your life been?
I have been enjoying being back in California. Chicago was awesome, but weather's pretty overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy to be back home.
Even back here. Well, the weather's been terrible here, I think.
You
It's
think
like
so?
everything's
Just
on
in
fire,
terms of, like-
or
You are
it's
such a
raining.
pansy.
Yeah, probably. I'm like, it was a 5-degree shift. It's horrible outside. I was like, humidity at 5%. That's terrible.
I
I've
mean, like in
compared to, like,
Chicago,
tropical.
you have delicious food out there, though.
I mean, it's just a bunch of white people food. You can't, like, you cannot
Well-
find a good bowl of ramen anywhere. It does not exist.
Oh.
Didn't you make any? Didn't you take any when you left?
No.
Weren't you the ramen expert? Couldn't you just crack out like?
Why didn't you just make
Looking
it from
cookie-
scratch?
looking
Like,
I'm a raw man, but no ramen. It's just not happening. You don't got the noodles. You don't got the broth. A friend once
Just
told me,
make it out
in order
of-
to make good soup, first you need meat water. We didn't
What's
have any
meat
meat water.
water?
I don't know what meat water is.
Broth?
I didn't have any
meat
meat
water
water.
is broth.
Well, yeah, but I mean, who calls it meat water?
Somebody who doesn't speak English as their first language. Like,
You're spot on. He's Turkish.
okay, that sounds about right.
There you go. There's an excuse. Because meat water is more like when you try and defrost chicken, but instead of defrosting the package, you actually rinse off the chicken and just keep it going. Because that's like how you get really bad diseases. And I also caught that at a restaurant that I used to work at. I'm not gonna say Chipotle.
Oh, you got the E. coli?
I told them, I was like, they're like, so Paul, how do you feel about Chipotle getting E. coli? And I was like, I knew they shouldn't have fired me. I was like, there you go. That's their punishment. All right. Meanwhile, Bianca, since you're
Hi.
since you're new to the show, how's your
Yes.
life been? What have you been up to since we last heard from you, which was birth?
Oh, yeah.
We were in the room. We were in the delivery room.
Yeah. Except I'm pretty sure I'm much older than you, possibly.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm 37.
Oh.
No, I'm just joking.
I'm 54.
Oh, there you go.
No, I mean, I've been busy with school and doing lots of artsy things and just collaborating with artists and stuff. So.
That's fun. That's fun times.
Yeah.
See another artist added to the show.
I'm going to smile and nod as if I cared. No, I'm just kidding.
Another what do you call it? Well, I say on your post you say Renaissance woman.
Yeah.
And I was like, pretty much, dude. It
I'll
was like pretty
try.
much. I was gonna put because I was like gonna put Renaissance man for my thing, and I was like, okay, now I have to change it. I was like, because that looks weird. I was like, no, it's like now I'm just copying people like directly. It's like when you take a comics joke, but like you don't even care that people have heard of this person. You're just like, no, I'm gonna do a Stephen Lynch song at a backyard show, and I don't care if anybody knows who that is. Did I ask you? You work. You do nothing, Hammy, but work,
All I do is work.
and then cuddle with people.
Yeah, that's-
That's about where I'm gonna leave it at.
Wow.
What? Don't judge me.
I'm not judging.
That could become work if you do it
Yeah.
properly.
Be a serial cuddler.
God.
The last time I
You're
had
next. What? Sorry.
I'm next. The last time I had a day off was before last episode. I've
Oh my
worked
God.
every single day since last episode,
Dude.
so I'm kind of exhausted right now. We'll see, and not in the fun way, not in our normal exhaustion way, but like in a, terrible,
In a literal way.
in a literally exhausted, not code word for anything kind of deal. But other than that, what have I done for like? I haven't done anything besides work. School, I've missed some school because, when you leave at 2 a.m. and you have an 8 a.m. the next morning, it's not too fun. And other than that, I haven't written anything. I haven't like recorded anything. I haven't done anything for anything. That's not like my job.
Yeah, whatever, man. Paychecks are paychecks.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your support and everything. I know you want the money that's in my wallet because I need to give you the money that's in my wallet. So, before the show started, we were actually watching episodes of This Is Not Happening, which Hammy did not get to enjoy because he was late.
Well, I've seen most of them anyway. I'm not worried about
Yeah, we watched Joey Diaz. We watched who else was there? Al Madrigal, T.J. Miller, who I love. So TJ Miller, I actually tweeted at because we do that monthly comedy show, the comedy thing at the DBA in downtown Pomona, which is the only way to say it is you have to say the entire title of everything that's going on. So the comedy thing at the DBA in downtown Pomona, hosted by Matt Avila and Derek Murray, where for April Fools, it was stupid, but I just tweeted. I was like, hey, we just booked TJ Miller for the comedy thing, who, you know, star of Yogi Bear 3D, instant classic. And no one like acknowledged my tweet at all. And I felt super bad about it until TJ acknowledged my tweet. And that was like the most random response ever. And so TJ acknowledged it. And then all of a sudden, everybody who I mentioned in it started jumping on it. They're like, whoa, man. Yeah, you're welcome to do the show anytime you want it. And he didn't respond to any of them. The only one he responded to was me. And I was like, yeah, see, there you go. You ignore him?
I kind of like that, actually. I kind of like the fact that he responded to something that nobody else responded to and then didn't care after that.
I know. I've been watching a lot of comedy lately, though. Like, getting back into it because I was like a huge comedy nerd, like growing up and everything. And then once I started doing some stand-up, I stopped watching comedians because I didn't want to actually, like, you know, start taking over, start using their bits and stuff. But, I mean, we had Harry last week. Harry Moreau's great guest. If you guys want to go ahead and check out that episode on iTunes or something, right? It's on iTunes. Right, Richie? Did we upload it? No? We didn't upload it? Whoa, we're talking to the mic. Hold up.
He didn't.
He did not.
Well, I upload the episode, so I shouldn't look at you like you uploaded. But did I upload it?
Do you remember
Yeah.
the number?
Do you remember the number that we're on right now?
Episode?
Yeah.
We're on episode 7.
No, I know, but was 6 on iTunes or no?
I didn't see it.
This is like our terrible thing. All right, go ahead and cue up some Merle Haggard since I'm in a depressed mood right now. Since I feel like no one's chiming in on anything that I'm saying. Go ahead, guys. Leave me out to dry. It's cool.
Yeah.
It happens. Hammy, you're my left-hand, right-hand person.
Damn, sounds like you do the show in a garage.
It really does, huh? So Harry, last week, what we were talking about was like really, you know, getting back into comedy and like kind of rewatching comedy and like comedy podcasts and stuff because we used to both like be just huge into that. We talked a little bit about some different podcasts that we used to listen to, and in this past week, I actually went back to listening to them just to try and get like another base about what's been going on with like the community and stuff like that. So it was nice to kind of reconnect with my roots and stuff, especially because, you know, when I'm not binge drinking or studying, you know, I don't really know what to do with that time instead of like just write things.
Yeah, my understanding of, you know, the whole community is pretty limited to Facebook. I mean, I only know about you guys when you die, like
Pretty much,
Robin
right?
Williams or someone. Yeah, I don't know.
And then you check them out, and then you become like fans, and you're like, no, I love David Bowie before he died, or something like that, right? So Jay Lee,
What's
you're
that?
so as I was telling Richie, I was like, okay, I have a big ego when it comes to like my show and stuff. I have a big ego when it comes to like performing and whatever. But I have to admit that you're the only person that we pretty much came up with that I think would be a better radio host than me.
I do have the NPR voice.
You have the
Welcome
NPR
today
voice.
to the Paul Verdugo show. Today we have 4 different people. I don't know. I think I can kind of do it.
Yeah, but you said the wrong name of the title.
It's not Paul Verdugo?
You did say my what?
It's not Paul Verdugo? That's not your name?
Can we cut this? No, I'm just joking. No, don't cut it. Yeah, cut his mic. Cut that fool's mic. That's not.
All right, I'm done. Bye, everyone.
It's okay. You could say things that may or may not be my real name on a show that I never use my real name on.
You know,
It's okay. We'll edit it out. We'll do it in post production.
You know who it kind of reminds me of?
Who?
Is his name David Chong? Is that right?
I don't know. You just said a white first name and a Asian last name, so I
Is that his name?
I
Crap,
assume
what's
yes.
his name?
Are you
Oh
talking
no,
about
Ken
the?
Chong.
Yeah, you're talking about the guy from
Ken Jeong?
Hangover.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dr.
man,
Kim?
I've
Yeah.
gotten that
Dr.
all
Kim?
my fucking life.
Yeah.
You
It's-
really have, huh?
I think
Yeah.
it's the combination of the. Well, obviously you're Asian, right? Like it's a combination
Without a
of
doubt.
that and the glasses. Like there's something about it that makes it you look even more like him because of the glasses. I know he doesn't wear glasses.
Yeah,
but-
no, you're totally right.
He
It's
doesn't wear
Koreanness, but like I was in downtown Pomona. My girlfriend was breaking up with me. I was sitting on the sidewalk. I was crying. These 2 white guys walked by and they're like, "Hey, he looks like Ken Jeong." What's up, dude? And I was like,
Did you take solace in that?
And then you leapt on their faces crotch first. Like,
yeah, I just said, "Suck at these Chinese nuts." It didn't work. They were done.
It's better than my story of running into 2 semi-obese Mexican chola ladies when I was completely like out of it by myself. Like my friends had left me, so I'm just walking in downtown Pomona by myself. Like I got to get back to my car, and these two ladies came up to me and they're like, "Hey." And I forgot what they said, but they really wanted to talk to me and just to talk like conversation.
Oh my
and I was like,
God.
all right. I was like, am I the last call person? You know how last call you always like look for that person. Okay, I'll go with you like for last call. I think I was that person to those two girls. And then I just kind of stumbled away. But I was like, I remember it was really nice meeting you. Like I remember like telling them that and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have
Yeah.
any? Is
Yeah.
that what you do? You ever find yourself in situations like that?
No, I don't
Last
like to
call,
Go,
but
I don't like to go out.
you bounced before that.
What?
I said you bounced before that.
What time's
Leave,
last call too?
bounce.
Bounce.
Depends
Dip.
where you're at. If you're at the
Split.
DBA, it's like 10:30 because they close the DBA all early.
Yeah, I haven't been around long enough to know what the night scene is like in Pomona.
Over here, I
It's
actually
basically what he just described. That's the night scene in Pomona.
yeah. A couple weeks ago I turned up at 340 of all places, the gay club in Pomona. My gay best friend was here. And he's like, Paul, you're going to love it. I'm like, I'm not going to love this at all. And he's like, no, there's plenty of girls there. And I was like, yeah, girls go to 340 to find guys. I was like, that makes total sense. And he's like, no, I feel like that was like a terrible tactic to try and get like go in there and be like, all right, they're not going to be expecting it. So this is when you jump, you know, something like that, like the weirdest prowl thing ever. But I had a good time at 340. It was kind of, it threw me off. It threw me off with all the like, you know, the dicks like waving, like while you're trying to dance with someone and stuff. It's just like you're just dancing and everything, and there's like these male strippers that are like on the poles and everything, just kind of hanging out.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh, that threw me off a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, there's like a.
You get used to it after a while.
You want to go to 340 with me, Justin?
I don't know. Are you taking me as your date?
Yes, I will protect you from all the other butch people that are there trying to destroy you, or something like that, and then I'll release you into the wild for a fee. I'll be your pimp. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Do you accept it? Do you accept my proposal?
Does that make you? I mean,
That
only
makes me your pimp, pretty much.
can I be your bottom bitch?
No.
No, you got others. Whatever.
Yeah. Hammy's here. Don't, you
What's
can't.
up, motherfuckers?
I can't tell you these things when Hammy's not here. I have I call it my brigade, and it's of all of they're all Asian, all Asian males who look like they shouldn't be here. That's my demographic that I bring in.
I don't know if that was
Pretty much, right?
racist or if
That's not racist at all. That's commentary on you and Justin, pretty much, Hammy. Yeah, yeah. Imagine posting that on Insta. Be cuddling up to some dude,
it's
all
like,
randomly.
hey,
You're just like, I'm in love with everything. The next day, it's like a stump, just like a tree
Gross.
stump that you
gross.
decided to fondle
A
for some
stump with a
reason.
hole in it.
Yes, I feel like that song you played before, Richie. Really, play something high, like high energy. No, nice talking to you. One time, so Felipe, oh jeez, you play Merle Haggard. This is a depressing thing. He's dead now, guys.
We don't
Merle Haggard is dead. We can't. Wait, turn it down real fast.
We don't
Turn it down and then cue. Watch, you'll know the cue. You'll already know the cue. Wouldn't that be the greatest thing if that's how like they announced that he died? They just start playing the music. They're just like, ladies and gentlemen, Merle Haggard, wonderful singer, songwriter. Yeah, he's dead now. He's ceased to exist. You know. I know he was a great influence in country and very strong conservative. No more. He's dead now. Something like that. He's dead.
And then it stops.
And then it just stops. And then the whole bit stops. And then the show ends. And then we all retire from our jobs. Pretty much, right? No? Nothing? Hammy, you're on your phone?
I don't know who this man is.
You don't know who Merle Haggard is?
I don't either.
I heard Hagrid the first time.
Merle. There's this guy on Instagram called Luke McGarry who's like an artist and stuff. And he does a lot of cartoons. And so that's what he posted today as like the tribute to Merle Haggard. He put Merle Haggard. And it was just Merle Haggard as Hagrid. And I forgot. It posted like some country lyrics about being a wizard. to Harry Potter or something like that. I don't know, fun times. All right, so a couple things I have to plug, and I say have to even though I want to plug. The roast of Justin Saunders is happening May 6th. Justin books the DBA. He's a awesome guy, very funny. Ask him for his Christmas cards because he sends them. They're always like nudes. And stuff. He's always like sprawled out on the rug, like naked, and he's like, but it's always like the tiniest package. Like it's just like ridiculously small, you know. But he decided to. It's funny because if you look at the poster, it says Justin Paul Saunders presents the roast of Justin Paul Saunders. And I was like, I think that's the one thing you don't want to do is throw on your own roast. I was like, that seems a little bit weird. But it's going to be fun. He's going to be playing music, and I'm going to be there telling jokes or like going up there and trying to rip into Justin and stuff like that. I'll practice on you, Jaylee. No, I'm joking.
Is he still gonna be naked while you rip into him?
I hope he is. If he's not, then it ruins like half of my material or something like that. Like I wrote based on the fact that he should be naked or something. But it's cool because his dad's gonna be there, who's a former city councilman.
Oh.
And I know him. He took my prom pictures, of all things, right? I wrote a lot of material about him too. Yeah, so I'm gonna be the only guy there, like ripping into his dad because I'm gonna be the only one that knows his dad and everything. And then who else is gonna be there? Like Matt Avila, who's been a guest on the show before and stuff. It's gonna be fun. You guys should go.
When is this?
May 6th.
Great plug-in.
May something. I have the paper right here. It's just I don't like to read. You turn off all the lights in the studio. You have to get the right ambiance, and then like you can't see anything. That's pretty much what happens. Something like that. All right. Also, you guys know Psycho Mike Catherwood?
Nope.
Something like that? Nope. just, yeah, I should bring you on the show more. What happened? Oh, you know him? Play Rudy. Play some Rudy for us. Or cue up some Rudy.
Okay. Did he leave K-Rock?
He's leaving. Yeah. Thank you, Richie.
Sorry.
Mike Catherwood's leaving Loveline. Well, I mean, Loveline's on K-Rock, so I don't know if he's technically leaving K-Rock or not, but he's leaving Loveline. Mike Catherwood, Psycho Mike, was like my biggest inspiration for like doing radio stuff. Oh, Justin has willing, and he turned it down. No one wants to talk on this show. That's amazing. I love doing shows where it's just me. I feel like I'm doing stand-up, but like to an empty room.
I don't know about half of what you're talking about.
Oh, that's true.
So Psycho Mike is leaving.
Psycho Mike is leaving.
Loveline.
One of my biggest inspirations. He's one of those dudes that's like, even though he's like a celebrity, every time I've ever like reached out to him, he's always responded with something, you know.
Oh, nice.
When his daughter was born, I sent him a message. I was like, hey Mike, I'm way too excited for your daughter being born, like than a straight male should be. And he was just like, oh, thank you, bro. Like that means a lot to me. Blah blah blah. Super cool. Oh, put her on. Put her on. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, no, yeah. Did you queue up some Rudy? Go play some Rudy. All right, so this is probably the character that I have directly ripped off from Mike on the show before. Because on the show I do a Cholo character every now and then when the timing is right.
What's his name?
I don't have a name for my Cholo. You should name him. Do you want to name my Cholo?
Let me hear it.
Oh no, we'll do it after his. So we'll see. Oh no, my voice. You just ruined everything. Justin, you need to be on my show every week. You're like that guy in my group that every time I would say a joke, he'd be like, "Okay, anyways," like you just shut down everything. You queued something up? No, it's happening.
Two quick questions, real quick. The first one's going to be a real quick one, but
Okay, go for it.
it requires a little. It's more of a specified area that requires a little more expertise.
Go.
Dr.
If
Drew
Rudy
gives
Cisneros is around,
Oh.
I don't know if he can maybe help out with the first question.
Well, you ask me the second first. Mike's engaged in conversation here for a second. Ask me the second question.
Okay, the second question was for you, Drew.
Yeah.
Was before sex, my right testicle will get like sore,
Yeah. Every time?
and then
Every time?
not every time. It's more like a sporadic thing.
Okay. You know, you ought to have your doctor check it to make sure there's not anything in the testy, cyst, tumor, anything of that sort. It's a common thing. It usually amounts to little or nothing. And that's it. You know, it's
Go
ahead.
The second part of it was that, like, as soon as I finish, it goes away.
Yeah, I understand. It can be from pelvic congestion. It can be from other things, but you do need to get things checked out.
Yeah, but then it comes back. Like,
Smoke more blunts, lick more butt.
Did you just change the video?
No need to live your life with your brown eyes shut. The key to every young man's soul is with fine-ass weed and a licked butt hole.
No, you should play Rudy with
Thank
Cheech. Rudy with Cheech Marin. From Cheech and Chong. Something like that. Yeah.
Who else would be
You
named
should
Cheech?
probably mute that mic, Richie. The one that's pointed right at the door. This is we're apparently interviewing a ghost. It's awesome. When you just left, I was like, oh, that's totally gonna be picked up on the mic. Why'd you go that way? Just do a hurdle. Do a quick hurdle.
Crotch or ass?
Both at the same time.
Twisties.
I went to Ace Origami a couple nights ago to go. So I was out with some like female friends, whatever, and then Felipe was there. Like Felipe had texted me, and it's like, I'm gonna be at Acer. He's like, you should totally like roll through just to see. He's like, I'm here with one of like our old friends, and I was like, all right, I'll totally go. So I went to Acer and I saw Felipe sitting on the couch, and around him were some people that I knew and one dude that I didn't know. So I ran up to him on the couch and I jumped on him, and I like jumped into his lap. And the dude that I didn't know got up like he was just gonna destroy me. Like there's like this big old buff dude. And he's
Oh,
like,
he was like, no.
yeah, he's like, that dude doesn't do that to my homie. And I thought that's the weirdest like attack ever. It'd be like, I'm gonna go attack that random group of people, just jump into one of their laps. That's something you would do, Jaylee.
There was a time in my life.
So are
We'll
you
not
still
speak
doing
about it
music?
anymore. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
But
do you have a name that you go by?
Not really. More people have given me names than I've like made my own name. They're always just horrible puns, like Mr. Ree, or DJ Myungbeans, or
That's good.
Lustin G. I think that's my favorite one.
Less than G.
Yeah, I might go with that one. I don't
You
know
should.
yet.
No? Do you want me to? We could name you like we named Imran. How we called him MC Slurpee.
Oh wow.
MC Slurpee.
We could do something like that. During our whole interview, the one thing Imran told us was that we could not say the phrase MC Slurpee. Like, that was the one ground rule he gave us. He's like, you know I love you guys. I'll be on your show whenever you want me to, but you cannot use that. So I take time to say it in every other episode just in case people listen to it. Did you cue up that video or not?
No.
Come on, Richie. Come on, Richie. It's because we don't have headphones. One time I pointed to Felipe when Felipe was working the board before I fired him and got Richie. And thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm always repping my boy.
And I pointed to Felipe. I was like, and that's the end of our show. All right. Thank you guys. Bye. And I pointed to Felipe, and Felipe was like asleep. And this dude did not cue any of the music. He was just like, and then he, oh, sorry. And then he like turned the music. I made him turn the music off and explain to the people. I was like, explain to them what happened. And he's like, okay.
You must apologize.
This is Rudy with
Not a
Cheech.
special call or anything. Just let him come up and tell us about Cinco de Mayo.
Hey, Rudy.
Oh, you did?
Nobody.
What's this one?
Hey, man. Here, Rudy.
Hey, what's up, dog?
How you doing?
Oh man, like I'm a little perv. I'm not like
Hold on.
I like the blaze. I like the
Look,
blaze.
you're all
You know,
lit
I
up
love-
tonight.
No,
Jesus.
but like I don't normally hit the
I
Bacardi
know.
or hard dog.
Listen,
But
stop
like,
it, Rudy. Stop it. The
What's
reason
up,
I asked
bud?
you to come in is because it's as you well know, our callers. We don't have only Hispanic callers, and so we have,
Right.
and we have callers all over the country who don't know about Cinco de Mayo. And Mike and I had no doubt you'd be celebrating Cinco de Mayo, and clearly you have been. So tell us a little bit about it.
All right, like in 1912, Pachuco and San Pedro killed a snake and chased them out.
Of what?
The harbor.
Whittier.
He did. He's like bounced snake, and like it was a
swear
big
I've
deal
had a
because it was a
professor that
racist
sounded
mean
just like this
snake,
at UCLA.
and it was like slithering crazy all up in the Southland, biting vatos in the legs.
Oh, it's Southern California?
Yeah, and so
Really?
he's like, hey,
In Pacoima.
he's like, raise up, fool, and like. You know, the snake's like, you think you're bad, dog? And this guy's name is Pachuco. His name was Flavio. And he's like, you better raise up. And he chased him into the water.
Okay.
And like the little snake broke into like 4 segments because he got so scared. And Flavio kept one. And he kept it up. And he put it in the air. And like the 5 days. The 5 fingers on his
on
hand
his dome?
represent 5 days of Cinco.
Okay.
And then
That is a Mayo.
and then that's why there's a
Okay.
celebration.
And so what do you do on Cinco de Mayo?
Drink.
Yeah, you've been doing a touch.
You
Bacardi,
drink,
though. I
like-
thought you drink beer.
No, I used to drink like como se dice, the Budweiser, the 22 ounce, dog. Because like 40 would get my dome too crazy. I couldn't go to work or nothing. But like the 22 is good. But like
Bacardi doesn't get you too
no,
crazy?
because I was with Memo and like Bum and Donut and Crystal and Little Trigger and Sniper and Little Jose number 3 and like we were chilling like with our vatos in Orange County in Buena Parque and that's what they had there. They were just sipping
Right.
on it. You know, that was little carne asada on the grill, dog. You know,
Nice.
like. So now I'm sorry, like I had to take a cab in here. I'm getting
that's
like
good.
mature, dog.
Yeah.
You know, because I had to leave my Regal back in Buena Parque because I was a little too borracho, so I just bounced.
Aren't you worried your PO
It just
gonna
keeps
pick up
going
on
and
this?
going and going.
Like, I could drink, dog. You know what I'm saying?
He sounds
Legally,
like one
I
of
can
my
still
family
drink because I'm an
members.
old man. No, Yeska. But, like, you know,
Was Sad Girl still down at Buena
60
Park?
days after my release date, I could smoke Yeska, so I'm good, dog. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I bet Yeska. Sad Girl was pretty PO'd that you took off and came to see Loveline. I mean, doesn't she piss off? She's still down at Buena Park?
No, whatever, dog. No, I didn't even take her to the party because,
Oh.
like, I heard this other high was going to be down there, and I wanted to peep
Rudy,
her out.
come on now.
Like, I'm not, like, you know, doing nothing behind her back, whatever, but I just want to see her. Her name's Sylvia, dog. She's got big old nipples like that girl in Full Metal Jacket that in the picture, you know what I'm saying? It peeks through her little, like, her white blouse. She'll wear, like, a white blouse with a black bra that she got at the swap meets, and, like, I'm all, damn, dog. I just want to, like, you know, you can't do that on television when they get slimed. I want to do that, but with Mecco, so I'll
Okay, all right. Okay. Rudy, you have been drinking and smoking tonight.
crazy
Alright,
right
go
now.
for it.
You know
You
what
are
I'm saying?
crazy,
So, like,
yes.
happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody go swimming.
Oh yeah, see, so I'm super sad to see him leave, especially because so a little history of Loveline. Like, okay, Psycho Mike joined after what's the comedian Adam Carolla. Adam Carolla used to do Loveline with Dr. Drew, and then after Adam Carolla left, then it was Stryker, who's like still at K Rock. He's like DJ now. They moved him to the morning thing because they didn't like him on Loveline because he was a douche. So like no one would call in anything. So then Psycho Mike took over, and Psycho Mike, everybody like fell in love with him and he used to do characters. And then the producers, like they changed companies, like the ownership. So the producers are like, I know, let's add a British lady to Loveline and let's take out all of Mike's characters. So he used to do like look up Sven, Sven. Yeah. He would add a bunch of characters, you know, and they'd play this game called Stinky Pinky, which was like you would say you would give like a clue about something, and then both words would be rhyming, you know. So it'd be like Flappy Bird or something, and then they'd be like Loose Goose or something like that. Like, and they'd have to figure out the puzzles, and if you stumped them, like it was like hard to stump them and stuff. And a bunch of people would mess up their rhymes and be like, "Those don't even rhyme, dude." Like, it was a great show. And so they added Simone, and then when they added Simone, they took away his characters for like a solid like year and a half, and everybody hated her because they took away his characters, and that was like the fun part, you know. You got some Sven up. So this is another one of his characters. The thing I love about him too is just he comes up with everything on the fly, you know. So everything that he does.
Come on now.
Yeah, go for it.
Sven's right outside. We got to get him.
So this
he's
is his
not
like
coming
Euro
in. He's not
trash EDM
coming- Oh,
character.
yes, it's my music. I'm at the disco. It's 1996. I'm eating ecstasy. I eat it all the time. I'm with Paul Oakenfold, and then I realize I haven't eaten food in 27 years. And I think to myself, I should probably have a sandwich or some Nutella or something delicious. Just like that. So I look around the disco, I see fat bitch. I think to myself, she probably has snacks inside her purse. And I was right because I see her and she has a leg of lamb poking out of her Jimmy Choo purse. And I said, hey, fat bitch, you can spare some calories for Sven. I am about 105 pounds. She said, okay, would you like to dance? I said, maybe after I have lamb. Do you have any chutney? She said, I do. It's mint. I said, that's perfect. Are you a big foodie? She said, yes, I studied at Cordon Bleu. And I said, never get high on your own supply because you're eating all your food. And she said, yes, I have a bit of an eating problem. And I said, I think I have the opposite because I have a bit of a not eating
But
problem.
yours from ecstasy, though.
Shut up, Dr. Drew. This is my song.
Do you have heartburn?
So
Reflux?
now we go back to my flat in Munich. I take her to the bed and we have efficient German sex. And I come. And I enjoy it. But then I realize nothing has come out of my penis. It was retrograde.
You live.
Retarded ejaculation. That's what it's called in medicine. You'd think they'd change the name because that is an offensive term. Why don't they just have N-word ejaculation? Seriously, what's up with you doctors? Retarded ejaculation. Like, let's change the name now. Hey, everybody. I just had a beaner stroke. That's what we call it. Seriously.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Bye, buddy. Seriously, man.
Best
Seriously,
thing
buddy.
ever.
Oh,
Yes,
Sven,
I
nailed it.
love it.
And he wasn't too misogynist.
Sven was like doing that. So back in like my senior year in high school, I used to just like listen to everything he did, and that was my first time like trying to actually like improv things. So I would always try and do Sven bits, and it would just keep going. It's like, I take off all my clothes and you put on my shirt, but that is not cool because I didn't say you could do it, and like just keep going and going and going. And so like I don't know those bits and stuff, and even like one of the stand-up bits that I do is about a vegan cholo, like talking
wow.
about like, so it's like the man. All right, this is.
I need to hear the
Yes.
voice.
Don't do it. All right, it's always bad. Wait, wasn't it? Were you here with Felipe when I did the voice, but I was really sick? So one of the times that we did an episode, I took a bunch of sleeping pills, but then I also downed them down. I downed them down with the monster. So I downed the sleeping pills down with the monster. So it was like the super like poor man's like speedball kind of deal that I did. And I tried to do my voice because everybody was like anticipating it, and it just was terrible. And Felipe was like, we're just booing you because we know you can do better. And I've never felt so like, oh, thank you, but also like so terrible and stuff.
You have a Native American one too.
That was that night too. I sang "Mercy Me" by Marvin Gaye in a very racist Native American accent. I will never like repeat that or anything because that was too much. All right, so my vegan cholo bit talks about like, you know, these hood guys. It kind of got addressed too in those BuzzFeed videos. Did you guys ever see those BuzzFeed videos of like cholos try kale and stuff like that?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're just like that. So it kind of got addressed in that, but it was like talking about like, this is gonna be terrible now. Whenever you're anticipating it, that's why I always like to throw it in. Like,
I'll look away. Go for it.
Go ahead, look away. It's okay. No. So, go on stage and he's like, come on, dog. You know, like when you got like the power crystals and you have to sync them up with the moon, and then you know, sabes que you have to charge your crystals because if you don't do that, then you don't have the right vibes and everything, you know? So I had like a whole bit that went like that for like 5 to 10 minutes, you know, that culminated with me singing Suavecito by Malo. So that was like my fun like first couple bits that I used to do like doing stand up, and then they would crush, and then when I started doing my other jokes, they wouldn't crush at all. What are you playing?
Maybe
you
should
play
just
another.
become him.
I want to become Mike, but see the thing is I need the Converse. I don't have the Chucks. I have Chucks, but they're not his Chucks. He has like the really expensive like limited edition Chucks. Like he used to post like he's like you guys should buy these shoes. They're comfortable, and I was like, okay, I'll look at them. They're like $1,000 and stuff. I'm like, yeah. I need to be like Mike. Like that's my like Mike. You know, people are like, I want to be like Michael Jordan. It's like, no, I want to be like Mike Catherwood. So I'm super sad to see him go. What's another character that he does? He does like Gene Simmons. We did Gene Simmons on the show. I think it was like the first episode we played a video with Gene Simmons in it, and everybody said it was pretty terrible. He does. You should play. Richie, queue up a game of Stinky Pinky, yeah. Just so that like people can see like what that is too, because like I'm super bummed about Mike leaving, and like I said, this dude's like my radio inspiration. Like if I could be anybody in the world, I would be him, because this dude was like, you know, the lead singer of a band, Murder on the 405, which I don't think they perform anymore, but they used to. And he was like doing the gig that's like the dream gig for me. You know, I would love to do Loveline. Even when we did through Radioactive, we did a show called Computer Love, which was like Radioactive's own Loveline. Like that was totally based on him, you know. So it was just giving ridiculously bad advice pretty much while other people like gave the legit advice and everything.
I don't know what Loveline's gonna be like without him.
I don't see it succeeding at all.
Yeah,
because
right?
I mean, I love Dr. Drew, but the thing is like Dr. Drew works better as like a complementary piece, not as like the centerpiece, you know.
Yeah, like I feel like Loveline without the jokes isn't gonna be the same. Like yeah, they'll make jokes, but without his jokes. It's
Well,
not
hey,
gonna
I'm
be
like the very poor man's Mike Catherwood, so if anybody from Studio One is listening, there you go. I could be his little replacement. I'm not half white, though. Do you have Stinky Pinky?
By Cartman's hand.
Hold on.
This is the best song in the world.
It's a word again called Stinky Pinky. Everybody in the world, they love Stinky Pinky. It's time to play the game Stinky Pinky. It's a word again called Stinky Pinky. Everybody in the world, they love Stinky Pinky.
All right, that's the theme song. It's a game that it's taking the world by storm here.
That
And
was live, everyone. He did that live.
right,
That was
yeah.
not pre-recorded.
Stinky
Although,
Pinky.
but there is something to that. We should pre-record something.
It'd probably be easier.
Stinky Pinky, and I don't mind geeking it every night. I don't mind. Stinky Pinky is a game. It's a wordplay game where you describe 2 words that rhyme, but you can't use those words in the description. So if I were to say to you, Scott and Andy, a smelly finger, the answer would be Stinky Pinky. That's the way we play the game Stinky Pinky.
The song is actually the raddest part of the whole thing.
Yeah. How dare you, Scott? You don't appreciate our game. Carrie, what's up?
I'm kidding.
Hey guys!
Gary?
Hey, I have a Stinky Pinky for you.
All right.
So, cum devil.
Semen Demon. Don't even play that.
That was a game called Stinky Pinky. It's a word game called Stinky Pinky. I'm the best player in the world. That's Stinky Pinky.
All right. Woo. TheDamnThings.com official website of our guests. Andy Hurley, Scott Ian from the band.
It's a word game called Stinky Pinky. Everybody in the world, they love Stinky Pinky. Now it's time to play Stinky Pinky. It's a word game called Stinky
I like how they this is like the one where they only played one.
You may be up against your match too. It seems to be Rain's
This seems
pretty
like
good
it's one
at
of
this.
like
He
the
got
first
his head
times I ever
around right away
played.
during the
He
break.
immediately
Right, let's
knew
do it.
where the title came from and everything.
Yeah, here we go. Aromatic
game,
finger.
here we
He
go.
in fact upped you on that one. He called it aromatic finger.
LC? LC,
Yes.
what's up? Let's go.
Hi.
Is this a stinky pinky, or is she just stating something?
Yeah. Go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, my boyfriend is in prison, and he listens to your show every night,
Uh-huh.
and he loves to play Stinky Pinky,
All right, fantastic.
and he has a Stinky Pinky for you.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, flabby backside.
Mushy Tushy. Oh!
Is that it?
What'd you say?
Mushy Tushy.
No.
No! No! That's a pretty damn good
That's
one.
a damn good
Okay,
one.
All right, what is it, LC?
Loose caboose.
Loose caboose.
Nice.
Loose caboose.
Well done.
Loose caboose.
Well, we would not have talked with that. Well done, Lacey.
Mine's better because it has the same amount of syllables, but your boyfriend's in jail, so I'm not going to defile. I wish him the best of luck. Where we going? Drew.
I got 2 of them for you guys.
Let's do this.
All right, here we go.
First one is smelly balls.
Smelly balls.
Smelly ball.
Smelly balls. Smelly balls.
Smelly balls. Did you? You got a knowing look from the call screener, like she's heard this one. Did he tell you what the answer was? Oh, see, she's like, oh, she wants to see you get this.
Smelly balls.
Smelly ball. Smelly ball. Smelly balls. And it's not can't be.
I don't
stinky.
even know. I'm like trying to play along with it too.
Not many words for smell.
I know. Go give it to us, Drew. None of us have an answer.
Skunk junk.
Skunk junk.
Ah, that's not really balls.
Is
Yeah.
that balls? No, junk.
I agree with that.
Junk is your whole package.
Yeah, should have smelly genitalia.
And the noun
Yeah.
skunk doesn't describe something smelly.
Yeah.
It's in fact an
It's an
animal.
animal. All right.
Hey, well, this one's that blue balls
Yeah,
is
screw that
definitely, it's the best one ever.
Blue balls?
Blue balls.
That's okay. Blue balls.
It can't be the best one ever.
Oh,
if the
sad
last
Nats.
one was already through with us.
Guys, any guesses?
No.
All right, give it to us, Drew.
Bad mad.
There you go.
Nice.
I told you I love this game. I've never heard
Again?
that clip though. Now I'm like trying to like be like, oh yeah, I've never heard it before. I didn't do my research before the show. Nothing ever happens. See, sad Nats. There you go. Even though that was a terrible one too. But yeah, so we need to resurrect it. I think we need to bring back like the Mike Catherwood era love line to the show. I think that's what the show should be, just like Mike Catherwood level. Something like
I
that.
don't
Just a
think I
total
have that level of troll in me.
total rip off. Well, I don't mean the specific episode.
Oh, okay.
Jaylee.
Thank
So do you actually want your own radio show or no?
What?
I said, do you actually want your own radio show or no?
I thought that's why I was here, so we could talk about that.
So we could talk about the transition
Yeah,
to
the
this
Justin
being.
Younghoon show. 'Cause apparently we can't use our last names, right?
It's not
Accountability
that.
and shit.
I've built up I've never felt like so small. I'm like, I built up a name for myself, and then you just completely tore it down. We're gonna censor it, Richie. Remind me to go back and edit something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost as bad as when I dropped Fame Grayson's name, like during the actual stream.
Oh damn.
And I dropped it, and I looked at him, like I said it. I looked at him, and then everything was kind of cool because no one really caught it. Like I said at a weird time, and I was like, "Oh, thank God!" And then the guy who I brought in to be like a guest co-host for that day too, because I think Hammy couldn't make it or something.
No, I was right here.
Oh, then Felipe couldn't make it again. he just says, "Wait, who's blah?" Like he kept saying it. Like he kept saying it. I was like, "Oh, that's the guest we were supposed to have, but this is the guest that we have this week, or something like that." Yeah. Wait, how long are we at? Are we at like 50 minutes already? Are we really? We've been going for that long?
I thought you had an
I
agenda.
feel like we've been dragging. No, I don't really have. I never go by this thing, even though he put it in the description, which I never
I
go.
thought
by
I
this
was here
thing.
for the politics, man.
You're here for the politics. What do you think? Who are you supporting? I see you as a Trump guy.
Wait, we're doing that now?
Just bring it in. That's
Do
the
some-
thing.
do some more
I want to
funny.
wrap this up. I got things to do, Jay Lee. This is my first day off. I want to go enjoy myself. I want to go have a beer and cry at Acer.
Dude, can I come with?
Yeah, let's go. We can both go, but we have to sit on the opposite side of their very long couch. So they have a very long couch. You sit on one side, I sit on the other side. Don't make any eye contact. We see who gets approached first to be kicked out. Something very small.
It's probably gonna be me.
Because you're more of a minority. Something like
I
that.
don't know
No.
about you, but I'm a model minority. People look at me and they think math.
What's
they
that?
think he pays his taxes.
They
think meth?
No, he does his taxes.
Oh
Well,
shit!
What's the Asian equivalent? What? Did you
Oh
forget?
fuck! Do you guys know when taxes are due?
Dude, they were due yesterday.
Were they?
April 5th. Oh, right. I'm an adult. You guys are just idiots.
Yeah, I don't think it. Oh, you know what? That's only for 2015, right?
What are you trying to do? Oh, you need to file 2013. So that's right.
I'm just saying. 'Cause I don't think I made any money last year, so I think we're good.
As a what? An independent performer?
Just get
Independent
educated
performing is
myself.
not.
Wait, how old are you?
23.
You still have to file them.
Even though I made no money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still
Oh, the
there's still
deadline's on
stuff
the
you have to
18th.
file.
You're good.
All right.
What? They pushed back the deadline?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
For deadbeat performers like like Jay Lee over here. They're like, we need to scare him first and think that he didn't do it, and then he'll procrastinate more until the 17th. Hey, are we back? Is the stream still going or cut?
Well, the stream. Yeah, it's just
That was a censorship because Jay Lee got so irate that he
I might
missed
have
his
to do it,
taxes.
hold
What happened? What's going? I have no idea what's going on with the show. Let's start wrapping things up. Yeah, no, yeah, something like that.
Sure,
I got
what do you-
places to
dude,
be.
It's your show.
I got
show, man.
No, this is the I thought we're transferring it to the Jay Lee. That's why I'm like, you want your own radio show?
You were
want it
so
now?
excited to talk about EBT.
I kind of was excited to talk about EBT, but we could save it for another time.
Yeah, I did
I'll
like
force you
5
back.
minutes of research to just.
So what was
crush
the?
you, man.
Remember, you wanted to do a character on this show?
Oh yeah, probably don't want to though.
No, I know that, but what was the character? It was like some conservative guy.
I don't know.
I have the chat. I
Dude.
should bring up the chat.
I think it was supposed to be like.
You were supposed to be on episode 2, and we were gonna do this whole thing, and then I think I canceled episode 2.
I was in Chicago. How are you gonna do that?
No, because we were gonna do it before you left. Like it was a
Oh,
while back,
yeah.
when we met up for that like elementary school reunion. Which
honestly,
we're the only people in the world that
Oh,
ever do an
yeah.
elementary school reunion.
Was this official or? Did
No,
you guys make
we
this?
planned
We made
it.
this happen, yeah.
And then I think we were just all disappointed with how we all grew up. We're just like, no, we were happy, right? All the dudes were happy, and then all the girls just left.
Yeah.
They're like, none of them amounted to anything. Something like
Ouch.
that.
Sorry, man.
No, I'm just joking, Jay Lee.
But
You
I
guys
mean,
have been more successful than me. So.
I can talk like Stitch, from Lilo and Stitch. You want to hear it?
Yeah, I want to hear it. Do it. Do it.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten.
I can see the scene in
Pick
my
it up.
head.
Sorry about that. I forgot. I don't have headphones on. I'm getting too close. But anyways,
that is a condenser mic, my friend.
yeah, I know. I make music.
You're so depressed. That is the greatest thing to come out of our elementary school. That is the saddest part about this whole this whole conversation.
Just about, yeah.
Everyone's like, "What's the best thing that's ever happened?" And you're like, Jay Lee learned how to talk like Stitch. You're not even the Disney one. Garth is the Disney one.
Oh,
the
Garth,
Pinocchio.
Yeah. He was in Finding Nemo too.
He's in Finding Nemo.
He could have been at the Oscars if he wanted to.
Probably.
Yeah.
He could have been at the Oscar Pistorius. We would have preferred it that way. No, I'm just joking. I love Garth. Garth's
What
awesome. He
fish
works for
was he?
SpaceX. What happened?
What fish was he?
What fish was he?
Oh no, he was like little bitch turtle number 3.
That was his official working
Yeah.
title. Pixar thought Finding Nemo was going to be an R-rated movie. They brought in Tarantino, and it just didn't work out. Tarantino didn't like the fact that the fish didn't have feet. That was like the thing that turned Tarantino off the most, or something like that. Yeah, he also did. He was the voice of Pinocchio in like their parades and
Really?
everything. We should have him here. Why are you here? We should have Garth here instead. I'm gonna call Garth.
He's making rockets and shit.
SpaceX,
He
man.
got me.
Space. Okay, I felt bad because so part of SpaceX like hiring program. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but who cares? Is they send out like a private investigator to talk to some of your references, which are like
Yeah.
your friends.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. So I had to sit down with the private investigator like 8 a.m, which I'm not a morning person at all.
Wait, he referenced you?
Yeah, what's bad
Put
about
you as a
that?
reference.
He put me as a reference. He's like, "Hey, Paul, you know me better than anybody else in my life," and I was like, "I'm about to ruin your career, my friend. I'm about to just destroy it." So no, but I did make one slip up because I was talking to the private investigator, which I'm also talking to a private investigator about this other like assault case at the same time. So luckily I didn't get it mixed up. But that would have been, yeah, he was drunk the whole night. You don't even understand. That would have been terrible to tell the SpaceX chick. But no, so I was talking to her, and then I started mentioning his girlfriend, but I didn't even know if they were still together. But I was like, yeah, she comes from a different country, blah, 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 which I don't know about her at all. I just made total assumptions. So she's like, oh, that's interesting. So he has connections outside of the country?
Oh my
And I was
gosh.
like, I think he went to visit her family and everything. Like, I was just making up stories. I could have ruined this dude's career.
Was she Chinese?
No, she was,
Because that would have been like a slam dunk ruined his life.
that would have been, I think he's in Al Qaeda. What was it? She was, I think, Vietnamese, maybe.
Not a threat. Everything's fine.
You know, no, I'm gonna classify that as East Asian. Sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
Did you know he worked for Gaddafi? That would be my favorite. He idolized Gaddafi growing up. Here's some pictures, and it's all Photoshop pictures of Garth as Gaddafi, or something like that. He did like Carlos Santana. The thing is, Gaddafi looks exactly like Carlos Santana.
No, he doesn't.
Gaddafi looks pretty similar to Carlos Santana.
That's a really sad conversation that we're having. So,
Anyway.
okay, you ruined some guy's life.
I ruined some guy's life, and then I'm talking about how a dead dictator looks like one of my biggest idols.
It's more like he failed at ruining someone's life.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, he has a
did.
great career now.
He
yeah.
got hired. Yeah, screw that guy. He makes more money than I
They
do.
hired him just to keep an eye on him.
Pretty much. They hired him just to fence in the sheep. That's all they need to do is fence in the sheep. All right, let's start writing things down. So May 6th, Roasted Justin Saunders, I'll be over there telling jokes. I got some good ones. That I'll tell you guys after the show, but I don't want to ruin them on air or else they're going to like make rebuttals. And then I'm kind of nervous for the rebuttals that they can make because they'll be like, well, your show only has like whatever. You're the only one that listens to your show or something like that. More creative, obviously. if that would be the slam back. And then I just start crying on stage pretty much. It'd be like too real. It hurt. The comedy thing is happening again this month. I'll be there. Hopefully not in the same state that I was last time where Richie, you know, I lost the file, right? Did I ever tell you? Yeah, I lost the file for that show. I was not. No, you didn't go. That was Jordan and everyone.
Jordan, yeah.
Yeah. I confuse all of the old people that go. Yeah, I was bouncing around the room pretty much. Like, I told Richie, I was like, I'm not in the state to record this show. I was like, you need to record this show. So I'm over here, then I'm back with the comedians, then I'm chilling with the host, then I'm chilling with my homies, then I'm chilling in parts of the audience that I don't even know them, but I'm just chilling like they're talking to them. So by the end of the show, when they started giving everybody like applause, he forgot about me, about saying that, hey, we streamed the comedy thing on like Paul's show or whatever. So then one of the other hosts like starts running down the thing, all dramatic, and everybody's looking like, what? He's like, hey. And he points to me. He's like, Paul. And so they're like, oh, yeah, Paul's there too. And everybody started clapping and stuff because they knew me as the dude that was just running around doing everything during the show, distracting all the comics and everything. I was the worst addition to that show. The host, Matt Avila, who's been on the show before, just looked at me laughing the whole night because I couldn't handle my stuff. I snuck some stuff in. Pretty much. I'm going to leave it at that. And a lot of energy drinks. So, yeah, that thing's happening again this month. It's the 4th Sunday of April. Which I don't know the date. I should probably write down the dates on things. You have it, Jaylee? Pulling it up?
6th.
The 6th? That's the 4th Sunday of April?
Oh, yeah. I thought you were asking today's date.
I was like,
Jaylee,
dang.
you're drunk. Get back in the trunk.
Yeah, Rich, what's the last 4 numbers of your social?
It would have been great if you just said it.
Let's call your mom and put her on air, Richie. We'll do that next episode.
You said the oh, dude, you have to download a new calendar. It's
Is this still like?
You said the 4th Sunday.
He has a
24th.
He has a sundial still. He has like the phone with the little sundial attachment. There you go. The 24th. So yes, April 20. That date sounds familiar. April 24th there, and then May 14th is another date I need to plug because we're gonna have our Bernie Sanders campaign fundraising party. A bunch of bands are getting booked. Jay Lee's getting booked, but that's like by the cops for something after the show, most likely. I might be doing something for that too, but I haven't decided. But just guys, be on the lookout for that. Hammy, PTX Divided, if you want to find him on Insta.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Richie, you don't like when people look at you, huh? Or look you up, huh?
You can look me up.
What's your thing? I don't know your thing by heart, dude.
You're like, I
I'm
hope
not
you're ready to
creep-
get blocked.
I'm not creeping on your Insta, brah.
Nah, it's alright.
Okay. Jay Lee, where can people find you?
What?
Bianca, where can people find you? Do you want to plug? You can plug your stuff if you want. Be like, check out my artwork. Check out my things.
Yeah, go ahead. Check out my artwork.
I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, go
He's like,
ahead.
right, yes, I'm an artist.
Instagram.
That's a thing.
Yes, I am. Instagram.
Check out my Instagram and then just leave it there.
Bianca.Ornelas, Ornelas.
All right, that's enough time.
Go
I'm
ahead.
joking.
Yeah.
Is that your whole thing? Oh, I thought you had like numbers and stuff.
No,
You
no.
got lucky. You didn't have to put numbers.
No.
I had to add
There
a the.
isn't another Bianca Ornelas.
Is there really?
No, I mean,
Oh,
like,
I thought you said there was.
no, there is.
I can't
well,
even
I
hear
don't
with
know.
headphones on. I don't know what you're saying.
Well,
See,
I'm here.
You got lucky. I had to add the to my name, and now I sound pretentious. Like they're
The
like
Paul?
the Paul Antonio.
That is pretty
You should listen
pretentious.
to the Paul. Antonio.
Like the university?
Not
The
a
Paul?
Paul Antonio. Yeah, the Paul. I should admit.
Yeah, you should have
be
done
like
just the Paul.
The
Yeah.
Paul Antonio. No, but then people would have thought I was like cool and went to Chicago and stuff. But that's not me. Yeah, listen to what do you call it? Listen to. Follow me on Twitter and Insta and everywhere else at the Paul Antonio. You know what we need? We need people to subscribe to our YouTube channel because we can't change the URL until you get like 100 subscribers.
I subscribed. I did.
You
I
subscribed?
supported you,
Thank
homie.
you. Thank you.
Yes.
I
No one
didn't even
else does.
subscribe. I'm not gonna
Wow.
support this shit.
You bought all the equipment.
Yeah.
The $3,000. No, I'm just joking. It's not quite that. See, I had to make it like way more up because if I told them the real amount, it's still a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Thank you guys for listening. Richie, you got some music to play? I do. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.
Ooh, is this Gorillaz?
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. More than power, never. Ever after work is over. Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us is never over. Work it, make it better, do it faster, makes it stronger. All that effort, power of work is never over. Work it, make it better, do it faster, makes it stronger. All that effort, power of work is never over. Work it.